Hi everybody, welcome back to the Rebel News channel. I got several requests on the last video I did regarding the Saberlok review. If I could do a comparison video between the Saberlok and the regular Covertech belt system. So what we're now going to do is actually going to take a closer look to each of these two systems and slightly discuss the pros and cons of each and why I prefer one over the other one. Okay, let's take a look. Here we go. Okay, thank you. Welcome back. So let's take a look. On the left we have the Dark Light Saberlok, and on the right we have the Covertech system, which is from Saberfort, but it doesn't matter where they come from because I believe they're all coming from the same factories. I believe Vader's Vault and Ultra Sabers and some other suppliers have the same Covertech system. Now I want to show the difference between the Covertech and the Saberlok and why I prefer the Saberlok over the Covertech system. So first of all, for the comparison in size, you can see that the Saberlok system is bigger than the Covertech system quite a bit. The reason for that is I took a bigger back panel to make sure I can have a variation of width of belts from 1 inch to 1.7 inch, and that caused the back panel to be quite a bit bigger. But then again, I have a lot more flexibility in what kind of width of belt I use. Both systems are made to lock your Covertech wheel. So I'm going to change the lighting a little bit. So we start off with the regular Covertech system. This is the one you're probably familiar with. So you just slot in your Covertech wheel on your hilt, and it's secured. It's locked by these retention tabs here. And if you want to release your hilt out of the Covertech system, you just push in these two buttons, and that will release some tension on the plastic, which allow you to slide out the Covertech wheel again from the system, and you have your hilt in your hand again. Where the Saberlok system is a simple matter of dropping in your Covertech wheel on your hilt, make this angle here to the right, drop it down, and it's secure. That's it. It's just this system here, and it's very secure as well because it has to make a very specific angle, which is not a natural angle that you can just make by jumping around and or hanging upside down and allowing that hilt to fall out so easily. So both systems have a good locking system for your hilt. Now the downside of this system, there are actually two downsides, and that's why I'm going to show you directly here. First downside is I feel that, and it all has to do with the back of this particular system. And as you can see, mine has broken off. Yes, there is a little tab here, and it's this particular tab that taps here, which should be one piece. Mine has broken off because normally what you do is between this tab and the back of this Covertech system, you put your belt or you put your pants, and it basically yeah, just hangs on that cloth or belt. That's it. There's nothing else that keeps this Covertech system into place. Now this is a bent plastic. This is just regular hard plastic. This is not a Kydex. This is just a normal plastic that you will find in many different applications. This plastic is not very sturdy, especially because it has been bent. And I think under the heating process to make this bent, there were maybe the material got thinner, or maybe some hair cracks inside of here. But it's not very strong, and that's, I think, resulted in the a crack here. That's why probably it has been broken off for mine. So I don't like this system because, one, even if this system is still in one piece, when let's say it's not mine where it's not broken, the belt system is still free floating on your belt, so it still can free flow from left to right. Let's say if somebody hits your Covertech system or your hilt, this thing will just fly left or right on your pants or hilt. And even worse, if there is a hit on your hilt, let's say from the bottom up, so, or yourself, you're sitting down and your hilt, let's say you're sitting down with your hilt on your hip in that system, and when you stand up, let's say the hilt touch down the chair and pogo stick this system out of your pants, because there's nothing that holds this system in place. It's just this tab. and that's it. So you have a very big chance that this system with your hill just fall off out of your pants if it gets hit under, let's say somebody hits the emitter of your hilt or something or whatever, and the whole system just fall out of your pants and your hilt fall on the ground. Or if this tabs break off, which is quite a bit of chance on, as you can see, this entire system falls off your belt, falls on the ground, and your hilt get damaged. Where this system, it goes through the back, it goes through your belt, so this whole system won't fall off your leg or off your belt, because it's attached to your belt. So unless your belt breaks down and all the loops on your pants break down, your belt basically will hardly fall off your pants. It will be very difficult. So I think this is one of the more secure reasons to have this system. I like this system over the Covertech. It's just basically there's a lot less chance that my lightsaber will fall on the ground because a potential failure of this system, where this system isn't that sturdy in terms of this plastic tab is quite thin. It's of course it happened on mine, it might not happen on yours, but there's still nothing here that keeps this system on your belt if it gets hit or something. There's nothing that holds it in place, but except some, yeah, basically it only retains, basically the only retention it has is the material stuff in between, which is your belt, your pants, or whatever. That's it. So that's why I personally prefer the Covertech, the Saberlok system over the Covertech system, because I don't want my $300-400 US. Now this is not a $300-400 US saber, but let's say you have a Vader's Vault or something, or a custom, an expensive custom, and you hang it off this system. I prefer buying something that is custom made. It's sturdier and it protects my lightsaber better from having the issue of falling off my pants. At least that is my personal opinion. From personal experience, I think this whole slot system works perfect. I think there's no issues there, and of course it's totally up to you. I mean, I just give you some ideas of comparison between these two systems, so I hope you like the comparison. So if I will pick a preference over these two systems, I will prefer the Saberlok over the regular Covertech system, mainly because of the flaw of the hinge on the top that basically breaks off or gets weak very quickly. Plus it doesn't really, it's not really secure on your belts. So if something hits under your hilt, let's say something hits your hilt up, this system just basically falls off your belt and your hilt fall on the ground, which is the last thing you want to have happen. And that's why I prefer this system, because it's secured by the belt. Your belt is basically a belt buckle. This is secured by your belt, and the hilt is like secured in this system. It's a lot harder to have your hilt fall on the ground with this system compared to this system, which has the standard flaw of that piece of plastic that breaks off quite often. So I hope you liked the video. I'm gonna do a lightsaber, LED string lightsaber review next week, and another LED string lightsaber review the week after, and then by that time we also have the Saberforge Arbiter received, so we're gonna do a review on that one as well. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and especially comments. I love comments. Leave comments such as, hey, why don't you change this, or why don't you change this in the video, because I love these kind of comments. That helps me to improve my content that I can provide to you guys. So I hope you like it. See you in the next one. Peace.